guys? It's day 5, and today we're going to talk about meditation. Now, if you guys have been watching this video first thing in the morning when you roll out of bed or when you get ready for your day, I applaud you, okay? These videos come out at 5 a.m. every day. I do that on purpose, okay? I do that because I want you to be able to start your day by getting your mind right, by getting ready for your day, by getting ready to attack your goals. Now, with meditation, guys, this is a weird subject for us, okay? Meditation can mean a lot of different things. One of the ones that I found that works really well for me because it's short, it's to the point, and it gets my head in the right spot is the one that Kyle linked. It's the one that Tony Robbins does, and he has the file. You can just search Tony Robbins Meditation. You can check out the link below. It's pretty much an 8 to 10 minute thing, and you can do it in your car. You can do it in the driveway. You can do it wherever, but it's one of those things where it's going to get your breathing change. It's going to get your body up and going. It's going to get you focusing on things that you're happy about, things that you want to accomplish, things that mean a lot to you, and it takes 5 to 10 minutes to do. Realistically, guys, one of the things that I truly love and that Andy Frisella talks to us about in Arate is you cannot be grateful and hateful at the same time, right? Like your brain cannot be both of those things at once. So if you wake up and you always seem to be in that negative place or that dark place like I am, one of the things that really helps me out is when I do feel that and I get up and I just want to kill the freaking world. This has been a lifesaver for me. It has really worked on a lot of my personal issues with depression, anxiety, anger, things like that. This gets me in the right mind state because it gets me focused on gratitude. It gets me focused on what's important to me. It gets me focused on others, right? The number one thing, guys, during your meditation, especially if you're doing this one, okay, that I can tell you is it's going to really wake up how you feel. It's going to make you feel stronger, feel more confident, feel better about your day. And it's super fast. It's super efficient. And you can put your headphones in. You know, if you're in the car, you can listen to it on your way in. Obviously, the breathing's a little hard to do while you're driving and you can't close your eyes and focus on it. But even just taking that time where you're listening, you're doing what the video says, you're really thinking what you can be grateful for, what you want to accomplish, see it, feel it, make it happen. It's one of the biggest things that I can tell you. As a matter of fact, in Arate Syndicate, which is the group I'm in, okay, one of the things that Ed Milet talks about, because him and Tony Robbins, if you guys didn't know this, are the two highest end people in the world when it comes to mental success and getting your stuff ready, is we have something called Say It, See It, where when we get in our car, when we go to the gym, before we go to bed, and when we wake up, we have 4 times where we say it, see it, where we do our little 300, 3000. So if you've ever heard me say the 300, 3000, that's my say it, see it. And what I do is before I get in my car, when I touch my door handle, okay, when I get out of bed, before I go to bed, when I walk into the gym, okay, I do my say it, see it, where I just take 30 seconds, 300, 3000. I'm thinking about my 3 locations, my 300 fitness businesses that I'm going to be helping and masterminding, and my 3,000 clients that I'm going to have. And I literally sit there and I say it to myself 4, 5, 6 times a day. Guys, if you did not know this, 90% of your thoughts are the same. 91% of your thoughts every day are the same. You only have really control over 9% of those thoughts. So what you're working on is going to make a drastic difference. What you're focusing on is going to make a drastic difference. Being able to put yourself in that moment, being able to be as extremely visual and vivid and picture the entirety of your success is massive, right? Ed was talking about, because he coached A-Rod for a really long time. I don't know if you guys know that. But one of the things that he told us, and one of the stories that's so amazing, is he was telling us this story about how when he was working with 2 hitters, one was A-Rod, one was some guy who he got cut a year later. But he asked the guy who was really who ended up getting cut, he said, when you visualize a pitch coming in, I want you to close your eyes and visualize that and tell me what you see. And he was like, oh, well, I see the ball in his hand, blah, blah, blah. And Ed was like, okay, what's the camera angle? Do you see the dimples on the ball? Do you see like the ball coming out of his glove, whereas A-Rod, he knew where his hands were coming out. The pitcher who he was visualizing, he could see where his fingers were on the ball to determine what pitch. He saw the camera angle from behind his head. He saw his bat physically make contact with the ball and how the ball would almost absorb into the bat before it went rocketing back the other way. And the visual detail that A-Rod gave when he visualized the pitch coming in was exponentially greater than the guy who got cut. And all he did, guys, was he visualized this every single time. So that way when he got to it, he was training his brain to see what he wanted and to get what he wanted. Guys, I'm telling you, meditation is one of the absolute greatest things that you can do. And it doesn't have to be some hippie voodoo shit. It can just be doing a say it, see it, where you write down your goals of what you personally want to achieve and then give yourself a couple of triggers, right? Like, when I go into the gym, before I walk in the door, when my hand touches that handle, make up your mantra, right? Like for me, it's 300, 3,000. I say that all the time. My mission is that. My team buys into that. My culture is that. My momentum is that. Everything that I do is pushing to that. And when I close my eyes and visualize that, guys, I can see the exact amount of clients per each gym on my EFT sheets. I can see my mastermind group hitting the 300 members mark in the private group. I can open my third location and visually see that. I go and I look at properties just to go in and to smell it and to visualize what the gym would look like with 60 people working out in a session with 60 more people behind them getting ready to work out in the next session. I know what it's like to open that door at 4 a.m, smell that gym stank from the night before. If you guys have never smelled it, you know what I'm talking about. And you smell that clean, okay, it just got vacuumed, there's some Febreze sprayed. I visualize going to the AC and turning it on down to 73 degrees, and then going to the other AC, 73 degrees, flipping on that switch. Guys, I'm telling you, I visualize this stuff every day of what my third location is going to look like, of how I'm going to walk in that first day that it's open, of what I'm going to say on the microphone, of what my clients' faces are going to look like. The whole thing. And the more in-depth I can get and the more I train my brain to see it, the more it's going to go out and it's going to look for ways to make that a reality. And that's the same thing with meditation, guys, is you have to do that. It doesn't need to be hippie shit, but take 10 minutes in the morning, get yourself a trigger and say it, see it, and I promise you're going to watch your life explode into exactly where you want it. Have an awesome day and be your own icon.